What is up everyone and welcome back to another video. This video we're going to be doing a class setup on the M16. So this gun, really good for some reason. If you've had enough of the AUG because the AUG's OP, you should try the M16. It's near enough the exact same as the AUG. Really good. And it's kind of personal preference to which one you prefer. I prefer the M16 over the AUG personally, but they're both OP. So before we get into this video, if you could subscribe to the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. It's easy. It's free, it's really easy, and you can always change your mind. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to go off, this is like my third class setup now, quite close together, so I'm probably going to leave the class setups for a little bit, just because there's only a certain amount of guns I can do, and I'm not one of those people that just does them for the sake of it. Like, I'll do the guns that I feel like are worth doing videos on, like this one in particular. But I'm not one of those that's going to rinse every weapon and just go, yeah, it's really good when it's shit. So I'm not going to force it. I've got plenty of other ideas which I think will be banging videos, so stick around to the channel for that. Without further ado, let's get into the M16 class setup. Let's not waste your time with this because I've actually got gameplay this time. I know in some of my other videos I haven't had much gameplay with the weapon, and that's just because I'm trying to get videos out quick, and that is my fault. I shouldn't be rushing it. I should make sure I get good gameplay to actually prove the weapon's good. I feel like with this M16 video, I've got gameplay that proves this gun's good, so hopefully stick around, you can see the potential of this weapon. But the class setup is Muzzle, we had the Agency Suppressor. The barrel, we have the 15.9 Strike Team. The Underbarrel, we have the Field Agent Foregrip. The ammunition, we have the Salvo 60 round fast mag, and then last of all, the Optic, we have the Axial arms 3x, like 3 times, or whatever you want to call it. I think that sight is on most weapons. The Kilo, the M4, the AUG, the M16, we all use the Axial arms. So it's the same sight. It's kind of the same sort of build as you would use for the AUG, but obviously it's a different weapon, so it feels different. It is a bit different. I think the best thing I can say is the comparison between the AUG and M16. You know how ridiculous the AUG is, and you probably, if you've used this, will know how good this is too. But I would say it's got all the pros that an AUG does, apart from sometimes the AUG, the recoil is quite hard to control. And I would say with the M16 it's easier to control recoil. So think about that, think about the damage, the time to kill of an AUG, plus better recoil. That is literally M16. For me personally, like I said, a lot of people do prefer the AUG, but I prefer the M16 personally, and it's kind of personal preference, but how I see it is, it's got all the pros of the AUG plus better recoil, and it's easier for me to control. And I don't know why, but what I do with the M16 is, I don't know if this is a fact or anything, but when I'm using it, close range battles, which obviously you're not going to use much with a tactical assault rifle, but I've done a little bit of testing, and the close range gunfights I have with the AUG, I tend to win more with the M16. I would say long range, they're both ridiculous. The person doesn't have any time to react, and they're quite similar in that sense. But close range, I mean like SMG shotgun range, even though you probably won't use it much in those ranges, I wanted to test it out to see which one was better, and I would say the M16. I think close range, I was winning a lot more 50-50s, dealing a lot more damage quickly with the M16 than I would with the AUG. But like I said, it could have just been that day. I didn't do enough to prove and get an actual fact. It's just how I was playing, what I was seeing more progress with the M16 close range. So that could be something to consider as well. So this class setup is really good, I do recommend it. If you haven't used it, just try it out anyway. If you're like an AUG lover, just try this out, because you can go back to the AUG well easily, but you might be surprised like I was and actually prefer it than the AUG, so you may as well try it out. This is the best build I can find, so try that one too. Hope you lot did enjoy, please subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.